It's the first ever Doug and Tom show.
First ever, and maybe not the last.
From Bisbee, Arizona, in your outlaw hideout compound.
We should have this as a regular podcast every time we run into each other.
We should.
It's about once a year.
Now, the first thing I want to say to you is, you treat yourself like shit.
Yeah.
And how do you still look so svelte?
I have no idea what you're seeing. You look fantastic.
I think
you look dapper.
I think in terms of aging, you're aging a lot better than I am.
Well, it's daily. Like you can come back from the road and you're so dehydrated because you did coke on the Sunday, and so you've lost a ton of weight, but it's all water weight. And maybe we were in Honolulu, so I get a little sun. A little bit of sun on any fucking AIDS patient is gonna make you look. Hey, you look pretty damn good.
I don't know. You're the life of the party. You're always drinking. I think secretly you're like moisturizing and doing yoga when nobody's watching.
No,
you're doing like yoga and shit.
Hey, how's Tom Rhodes' bald spot versus my bald spot?
Because when we both had long hair when we were younger at the same time, and I thought I had much cooler hair than you. And
I had a mullet for quite a while before I went full long hair, and by then I was getting wispy when I went full long.
But now then,
at least we had long hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we said earlier, if the editing in this seems funky, I thought maybe we'd do this as a progression. We're on cocktail number 1, and maybe we do 5 or 6, 10 minutes of cocktail number 1, and then regroup after cocktail number 3.
I think this is really refreshing because the first time we spoke for my podcast, you were on Ambien and you kept apologizing. Did I ever tell you when, Mitch and I did those co-headline shows? We did like the Houston Laugh Stop and the Atlanta Punchline and the San Francisco Punchline.
What year was this?
98.
Right.
I used to do that thing where I'm a marijuana smoker, and I only say that because I'm from out of town and I don't have any. And so Hedberg would go on stage after me. We would like flip-flop when he would go on after me. He would go, I'm from out of town and I love cocaine. Cities, places you know that you're going to do drugs. When you
Portland, Oregon.
I was just there. I didn't experience that.
Wow. It's actually the most detrimental.
Because I don't count weed as a drug. So
yeah, no, I don't either.
I'm not talking about
every place.
Somebody gives you a nugget of weed or a joint.
They give me weed everywhere I go, even though I've made it clear over 23 years I don't smoke pot.
Yeah.
Portland's one of the towns, kind of like Tampa, that makes me horny, which I never get. Maybe it's because of the drugs, but Portland's such a dirty, suicide girl, filthy kind of town that everyone's a fucking dominatrix, and they all.
I love Portland. God, people are smart. My favorite bookstore in the world is there, Powell's Books.
Exactly, it's the kind of girl that you're happy to fuck, and then she'd say something smart when you can.
Right, like quote some book that you read.
Take you to Powell's.
Yeah.
Rhodes and Oshna get in just before midnight on the same night, so we're still reeking of our whole 4 days of Cincinnati hangover, waiting up for people, and Rhodes shows up. I'm not going to be up long. Bullshit.
Right.
So I stayed up as long as I could drinking.
We see each other once a year. You're going to stay awake.
And you had to drive. It's not like you.
I drove 10 hours from Vegas.
Right. So you were sober, which has made it worse. If you'd flown in and gotten a fucking car here, well, you'd be shit-faced like me, and we'd both fall asleep at the same time.
Right.
You had to start drinking where I had to.
And I'm looking every time you're getting tired and going, really? Are you going to bed now?
Yes. Yeah, there's no peer pressure when you get this feeble.
I don't want to do anything where I don't get jokes or good ideas from.
Yeah.
For me, that's like, I used to love doing mushrooms, and now that you get older and life becomes more complex, you can't do.
I do mushrooms. I don't think of great ideas. I think, oh my God, my body is collapsing. I'm gonna die.
Well, and that's why I've stayed away.
Remember how I used to hear music real well? Now I hear my lungs gurgle real well. So much I can't hear the music. I'm kind of like you. My life's been perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing's gone wrong. I haven't had kids, so none of them come out fucked up.
Yeah.
I haven't had a cause. I didn't join the military, so I don't have to march against a fucking inappropriate war. You and I as much as we might be fucking collapsing like rotting fruit in front of your eyes, and you feel bad for us. Oh, all they do is they're drunks. Yeah, we are. Cause we can. Every fucking night. We're fucking almost 50-year-old men. All we've done.
It's, my brother always says to me, he goes, when are you gonna grow up, man? You're still living like you're 18 years old. And I go, yeah. That means I win, right?
Exactly. I used to say that as a kid, when I was a teenager, and like, fucking, you're such an ass, you're a dick. I go, no, but I'm laughing, you're crying, I'm the winner. Like,